Think you know what it takes to defend yourself? What if everything you have seen about Aikido's flow in practice doesn't translate to the chaos of a real attack? Join us as we critically examine the limitations and vulnerabilities of Aikido when confronted with genuine aggression, pushing back against widely held beliefs about its combat effectiveness. Open with a powerful juxtaposition. Hyper-stylized Aikido demonstrations, slow motion, perfect throws, immediately followed by jarring, raw clips of unscripted street violence, carefully curated for impact, not gore or gratuitousness, asking which one truly prepares you. If you are enjoying this content, hit the like button. Introduce the Aikido flow concept as it's often idealized. Seamless redirection, blending with an attacker's energy, and effortless control, like a pre-choreographed dance. Immediately challenge this idealized vision, questioning whether this elegant flow can genuinely materialize against a truly uncooperative, emotionally charged, and unpredictable aggressor. Transition from the theoretical flow to the brutal reality of combat by dissecting the fundamental difference between controlled training environments and chaotic real-world attacks, where pre-arranged attacks and cooperative movements are non-existent. Illustrate using dynamic, animated graphics or well-chosen stock footage the common characteristics of unscripted violence, wild haymakers, desperate lunges, sudden grappling attempts, emphasizing their chaotic and often clumsy nature. Explain precisely how the flow concept inherently relies on a degree of predictability or even an attacker's cooperation, which is never present in genuine self-defense scenarios, leading to the self-defense paradox. Let's deconstruct the techniques at the core of Aikido's reputation for effortless control, like the Kote Gaishi wrist lock and the Irimi Nage throw. On the surface, the movement is beautiful. The defender blends perfectly with the attacker's momentum, guiding them into an elegant fall. This is the ideal that promises control without conflict. But this flow almost always relies on a cooperative partner, a compliant uke who attacks predictably and is prepared to fall safely. Notice the attacker's posture. It's a choreographed step in a drill, not a genuine attempt to inflict harm. So what happens when that cooperation vanishes? Introduce a resisting opponent, and the same techniques often break down. The wrist lock can't be secured because the attacker isn't offering a static limb. They're punching and pulling away. The effortless throw becomes a desperate struggle. Experts from full contact disciplines point out this critical flaw. A determined opponent uses feints, combinations, and relentless forward pressure. A purely responsive system designed to counter a single, telegraphed attack is at a severe disadvantage against this kind of proactive aggression from a determined opponent. This highlights crucial combat elements often underdeveloped in traditional Aikido: proactive distance management and seizing initiative. Instead of waiting to blend with an attack, effective fighters control the space to dictate the engagement. They don't just react, they create openings and exploit them. Here, the difference is stark. The reactive approach waits for the problem to occur to intercept it. The proactive fighter, however, uses footwork and pressure to shut down the attack before it develops, creating their own offensive opportunities. This fundamental difference in strategy is key to understanding Aikido's practical limitations. At the heart of traditional Aikido lies a highly structured methodology. Training is centered on kata, pre-arranged, repetitive drills with a cooperative partner. This approach is deliberate, designed to ingrain perfect form and allow students to study principles of leverage and timing in a controlled environment. Central to this is yukimi, the art of receiving a technique. It's more than just falling safely. It's a practice in sensitivity, teaching the practitioner to blend with an attacker's force, creating a safe, repeatable learning loop. Now, contrast this with modern combat sports like BJJ or MMA. Here, the core principle is pressure testing through live, unscripted sparring. A training partner isn't cooperating. They are actively resisting, countering, and trying to impose their will. This constant, uncooperative feedback loop is a crucible, designed to forge adaptability and resilience under duress. It stress tests every technique, hammering theoretical knowledge into practical, functional skill that holds up against someone doing everything in their power to stop you. This reveals the self-defense paradox at Aikido's core. The training undeniably builds valuable body mechanics, exceptional balance, and mental discipline. However, the very element designed to ensure safety and perfect the form, the cooperative partner, limits its direct application. It's akin to practicing perfect swimming strokes on dry land. You learn the mechanics, but you're unprepared for the chaotic reality of the water. When faced with the unpredictability of real violence, techniques may falter, having never been calibrated against genuine, uncooperative resistance. So, where does this leave us? It's crucial to first acknowledge Aikido's valuable contributions. Its profound emphasis on maintaining your center of balance while disrupting an opponent's is a universal combat principle. The disciplined, flowing movements teach incredible body mechanics. Furthermore, the focus on mental control and its deep philosophical roots in conflict de-escalation are more relevant today than ever. These elements validate its place as a legitimate martial art and a path for personal development. The solution, then, isn't to abandon Aikido, but to integrate it. Think of it as a specialized tool, not the entire toolbox. Combine Aikido's fluid entries and joint lock mechanics with the direct striking of boxing or Muay Thai. Blend its off-balancing techniques with the ground control of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. This creates a hybrid system where Aikido's techniques are applied not against a compliant partner, but in a dynamic, chaotic environment. This is where its true potential can be unlocked. This brings us to the modern paradigm of self-defense. True preparedness demands adaptability and, most importantly, realistic, stress-tested training. You must move beyond the idealized cooperative flow of prearranged drills and embrace the messy, non-compliant reality of human aggression. This means sparring with resistance and training under pressure, because a real fight is chaos, not a choreographed dance. Your training must reflect that brutal honesty. The ultimate goal is to become a problem solver, not just a practitioner of a single style. By taking the core concepts of harmony and redirection from Aikido and forging them in the fire of modern, evidence-based training, you build a truly resilient and effective personal defense system. To support the channel, comment, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. To receive notifications about future content, select the post notification bell. If you want to stay with me, choose a video on your screen and we will see you there. Thank you.